And like I said, I just came back from picking up a Mini Z, the MA030. It was actually a pretty good deal, and I'll make another video of this. Got the Skyline body, and he did a bunch of mods on this. The double light mod, and a differential kind of steering, and I haven't checked if what it's like in there, so I have to see if the mods are actually in there. But there's one-way differential and all that for drifting, and a lower KV motor. So let's continue on with this build. Trying to finish it today and show it to the nephews before they come back. So let's do this one. I need to do one before and after. Try to see. Okay, I should just gotta go from behind. Limited space. Just remove it from behind. Okay, one down. Let's see. So there's a rubber piece for this. I think lock it in. Try to put this back in first. And then a lock nut. Oh, it was stiff. It's a very tight spring. But let's see how this one works. Oh, might have done it a little too long. I think this is a 100 millimeter or 110. Wrong side. Well, with this I probably need to use a nut and a longer screw. I'll probably just use the stock screw instead of this one's. So I'll just reuse this. I think it would be easier to do it from this end and use the nut on the other end. Blocking nut. Okay, use. All right. Move freely. Now do the bottom. A little compressed. See if I can use this one. Or do I have to use the original one? This one is fine. Alright, let's screw this one in. Oh, it's actually a hex. Since we talked about the MA030 Mini Z, I was gonna buy that in Japan, but since this is a good deal, so I just bought it here. But I'll buy the MR004 in Japan. But if my girlfriend finds out, I was like, why are you buying RCs again? And then my excuse is, I can post it on YouTube and share it to the community. And it's not just for myself, you know? But she doesn't really care that much. As long as you're happy and you are not spending money you don't have. Relationship goal: find someone who can support your hobbies and spend time with you with your hobbies. And if she was here, she would be doing this without me. And I actually recorded the TRX 4M Traxxas upgrades, but I didn't post it. And she was like giving me crap about it because I was recording her doing it when it first came out, and I did all the upgrades to it. And she was like, I don't want my face to be on YouTube. I can help you with this. Only if you're successful and with a lot of subscribers, then okay, you can put my face on there. But I don't know if that is ever gonna happen, but I'm just doing this for fun and try to enjoy this process in the meantime. That's why I'm making like a very short video. I mean, a long video, not really edited. This I'm just trying to do this for myself or for others who actually wants to see how to restore something just old. So if you want quick step-by-step all edited videos, then this is not it. I mean, I used to do that, but it's just very time consuming, and I end up not liking this hobby as much because you are doing it more for the video than for yourself, and you should be having fun doing your hobby. It's like you have expectation to have a good video and gain some viewers when you put so much effort into it, but when you have no expectation, just doing whatever you like for yourself and those who see value in it, it's actually more fun. I'm wondering if my dad actually installed this wrong in the beginning, because now it's mounted on the upper A arm. So maybe I should mount it to the lower one to give it a bit more clearance. But looks pretty good to me. Gotta be careful with my monitor. Yeah, I mean, I should do this split this into a couple days instead of one day in different parts, and then it'll be easier. But today is the RC day. Pick up new RC, fix the old RC, and then the nephews are here, so I'll have this ready when they're here, so they can play with this instead of being on their iPad all day, you know, and watching videos mindlessly, scrolling through them. And this actually takes patience. That's why I've been telling them, you gotta have more patience and not some short-term, short attention span. Probably worse than a goldfish now. Next this one is this. See if I can use this one. Yeah, it works. Okay. Pretty good. The hex. Some people have individual screwdriver for each, for different sizes, but I just use this and switch it out, so I don't need to take up as much space. Yeah, let me see the rear. I don't really see a lot of people have this model, the Big Boss, but the other one that has 4x4x4 where the back wheel can also turn, so full wheel steering. And my uncle has that one, and it was pretty cool when I saw it as a kid. And same thing, they're pretty expensive, so I had to be really careful with it. But I think that's how I got into cars, from RC to wheel cars, and then now going back to RC because they're so realistic now. There's so much tuning you can do to them. It's almost like a real car without spending a real car price. Even the guy that I bought the Mini Z from today, he's selling it because he needs money for real drifting, because drifting is a lot of money, from repairing to tires. Even though your car is fine, you always have to do maintenance on your car and buy new tires all the time. And which is why playing with RC is a good thing. Some of the theory still applies, like counter steering, different throttle, the approach angle, and when you're at the apex and all that, and just get you started with racing from RC first. Or even sim racing. I have a sim racing rig, the Mozart setup, and it's not bad. It's something that you can get into without investing too much. But of course, there are always really high-end enthusiast products or top-of-the-line models, and they're way more expensive. But now things are more beginner-friendly and cheaper to afford or to get into. So I think this is in the back, actually. Yeah, I think I mounted this wrong, but because this is supposed to be in the back, it looks. Oops. Because there's a ball joint there, so it makes no sense to do it, because it doesn't make sense to do it vertical. It's always in the back. Alright, so let me do this again. Sorry for misleading, but good thing I caught it. Because a lot of times is you install one part and the location is wrong, and then you have to take everything apart just to put the part in, and it takes a lot longer because of that. And especially when you're just talking in a video and you might not remember everything that you did. So it helps me gather my thoughts, focus better when I make video, so you can multitask a little better when you have to. And then my dad was saying, why don't you put some music in your video? And I was saying, to make it more interesting. I was saying, yeah, I used to do that, but then it'll be kind of distracting, and then you have all that copyrights things to deal with, and then your video might not be cannot even be published. So for instruction videos like this, then I think I'll just leave it without music. If it's like little shorter ones, then I can put music in it. But for this one, and I'm sure most people are not going to watch even a couple minutes of this. So just for myself. Maybe later, when someone actually has this model and they want to see what it's like. But I doubt it. The chance is slim to none. It's very niche market. So now I'm just installing the other side. Try to get that in there. Always gotta watch for my monitor. It's the Samsung 49-inch. It's really good for multitasking, but I don't really game that much, or at least anymore. Other than sim racing. Trying to do this so you guys can see it, but it's a little difficult with the spring tension. Okay, I think the easy way to do it is I just release the top first. But let's give this a try. Just gotta get a couple turns in and then it'll be a lot easier. This is what happens when you try to skip a step and not take everything off to put a part on, and you gotta find the right angle. Well, the same thing for cars. Like you try to put some parts in, and they tell you should take all these parts off, but you don't want to do it. There's always another way to do it, but it won't be easy. That's easy. All right, got it in. I'll put the tie rod back on there on the camber. I feel like this doesn't really do much now that the suspension is in place. Like there's no flex in it. No flex in the arms. But so hard to put on. Okay, let's do this. Put some pliers. My girlfriend was always saying, like, you don't talk much, but sometimes you talk a lot. And I feel like that's what I'm doing. I'm just speaking my mind right now. And sometimes it's like talking to people versus talking in a video. Just by yourself, talking to yourself. Yeah, I might not use this tie rod. It's actually, I got it on, but it doesn't feel like it's right. Yeah, but so far it looks pretty good. It popped off already, the tie rod. So maybe I can do a couple turns. Maybe screen in a little bit. Nope, never mind. Maybe I'm loosen them. Yeah, this doesn't look right. If I have to put that much force for a tie rod. I mean, especially with the new shock in place and the mounting point is kind of blocking the tie rod from moving. So I'm just going to give this one last try before I give up on this. Because I think the toe is not right now because it's moving forward. And if I loosen this to bring it back, it will just create less space for the tie rod. So I'm just not going to use it. Okay, let's have toe in right now. So I will try to bring this out a little bit, slightly. Couple turns. Maybe one more turn. Yeah, adjusting suspension parts takes a lot of time, and you need a lot of trial and error, a lot of testing. Even though you can eyeball it, but you have to do some test runs to see if actually good.